One of the biggest things that I get in email form most of the time from a parent from our program or they always talk about how their child has more confidence now that they've been an all-star. That they were, Susie was so shy, didn't want to talk, didn't want to do this, and now she's very confident, And I think that's because being a part of All-Star, we're always instilling confidence. From when you walk through that door, we want you to be confident about yourself, confident about your skills, confident about your teammates. And I think that's a skill that they can take beyond All-Star, And for young women in this country, I think that's important for us to teach our young women to be confident. When you when you're going for a job interview, be confident. When you're going for that school interview, be confident in what you're doing. So I think I just think it's kind of weird that most of the feedback I get from parents is about how it teaches confidence.
And I can echo that sentiment. So this year I became a cheer uncle. So my niece is on a tiny team, and literally when I took her to her first practice, she was crying. I almost had to pull her out the car. And fast forward a year later, she's talking to all of her teammates. She has such a great time. Whenever I'm in the gym, I can't get her to leave. She loves being there. Our whole family's involved. So I think on top of that confidence, it really just builds that ability for kids to get out of their shell and just have fun. It's an enjoyable experience.
One of the biggest joys that I have is having parents come to me and talk to me about how respectful their kids have become. Through All-Star cheerleading and dance, they have to take accountability to a coach. They have to, address us with yes sir or yes coach and no sir or no ma'am. And when they bring that back to their home life, I think that's one of the biggest pluses for our industry, because we see that we're changing families, not just the athlete that we have in front of us, but if we can give them a tool in a different setting where that athlete may not be as respectful to their parents, or they may be more dismissive to what their parents are asking them to do and not honoring and respecting them. When they're placed and charged with that in an all-star cheerleading team and the coach is holding them accountable, and they are able to go back home and they say, yes ma'am, to some of the chores that their mom. I've had moms blown away, and they're like, thank you so much for that. And I don't take the credit for that. I think that that's something systematically that our sport has set up.
I think the relationship between a coach and an athlete is so special, and even the most effective parents, the most loving parents, the best homes, they've found that when they send their kids to go work with a coach, that coach has a way of getting through to them that the parents just can't. And there's a saying, it takes a village, and it really does. It takes the parents, it takes the teachers, it takes the coaches, it takes everybody to make those athletes well-rounded.
And building that bond with the athlete builds the bond with the parents too. And because I'm adopted, family has a different meaning to me. And if we can create those strong families within our gyms, then our entire industry grows and it gets stronger because of that.